Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
every failed comeback of 2024.
Wow.
So, who do you think?
Failed comeback.
Yeah.
From like where?
Who dropped an album in 2024 that flopped?
Oh, Katy Perry.
Yeah, me too. That's my go-to, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can't really say anybody else that flopped. You know, that's maybe some not as expected.
Justin Timberlake.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. That we can come up. Let's see.
2024 was supposed to be the year of redemption,
Yep.
but it became the year of
Oh! Triggering.
Oh, and this guy, Shawn Mendes, yeah, he flopped too.
disappointing album sales. In this video, we look at every failed comeback of 2024.
Oh, there was a Lil Nas X. His song kinda, but it wasn't an album though. It was just one song. So it was like,
I when we get to it, I'll do some talking there. But
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lopez.
Lopez. This was not her year.
Jennifer Lopez
She
came back
canceled
at
the
the
whole
beginning.
tour. Canceled the whole tour. She broke up with her man. Got some issues with P. Diddy. This is not her year at all. Like, scrap it.
you know who else? Maybe if you want to make an argument, Megan. Not the first album she dropped in the year, but the second one she dropped in October or something. That one, but she did have a good album early in the year. So I don't know if you can say that of 2024.
Beginning of the year, when she
But
released
why
her
did you
next
come
studio
back?
album,
Come
This Is
back
Me
and
Now.
like you were gone and you came back.
Yeah, we dealt this in K-pop. They call like every drop they call it a
Yeah.
comeback. You know?
On February 16, 2024, the album, inspired by her rekindled romance with Ben Affleck, was accompanied with its own movie, reportedly made spending $20 million of her own funds. But the album debuted at a modest number 38 on the Billboard 200, selling 14,000 copies in its first week. It was a flop, becoming her lowest charting album. The lead single, Can't Get Enough, which featured the
So the question is, did Ashanti sing or did J-Lo sing?
It was by herself. Uh-huh.
remix with rapper Lotto, failed to
Maybe that's why it's flopped.
chart on the Billboard Hot 100, reflecting a disconnect between her artistic vision and the audience reception. Even though it had a high budget, the project lacked that spark. Additionally, her biggest residency faced challenges, with several shows cancelled due to poor ticket sales, further indicating the project struggled to gain traction. This period has been particularly challenging for J-Lo, not only professionally, but also personally, as she filed for divorce from Ben Affleck on their 2-year wedding anniversary. Her attempt at a comeback has failed. Lil Nas X.
He keeps coming
Lil Nas.
back with the same thing. Like, he tries to be provocative, and I feel like everyone's just like tired. I
Next
want him to
became
come
a
back though.
viral sensation, with his genre-blending hit Old Town Road in 2019, which became a cultural
He's still a bit more
phenomenon
country,
and broke
too.
numerous records. Getting his start from running a Nicki Minaj stan account, many people thought he would become a one-hit wonder, but he continued to push boundaries with his debut Montero, featuring chart-topping singles like Montero, Call Me By Your Name, and Industry Baby. In January 2024, he came back with his single J Christ, intended as the lead single from his upcoming album. The accompanying music video depicted him as Jesus Christ on the cross, a provocative image that sparked controversy, particularly among Christian communities, as it was supposed to. But unlike his previous singles, which successfully generated buzz, it seemed like the shock value had worn out. The single debuted at a fitting number 69 on the Billboard Hot 100 and fell off the chart the following week, making it a notable decline in his commercial performance. In response to the backlash and underperformance, Lil Nas acknowledged the misstep and shifted his focus toward exploring new sounds for his next project. In November 2024, he teased the new era, titled Dream Boy, signaling a departure from his previous themes. He has been releasing singles, but none seem to stick, and their ever-changing music
Yeah, we reacted to the two of them, I think, this year. It wasn't really
industry. It is very hard to maintain attention, and he is struggling to get back to where he was a couple years ago. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake, a legend in pop music since his days with NSYNC, and his successful
I wonder, in terms of Timberlake, how much of it was album, how much of it was the DUI? Because I feel like kind of DUI.
He's been flopping though. Even his previous album was a flop.
Yeah, but I also feel like people were kind of started looking at him sideways because of the DUI. Because no, DUI is a legit thing.
And also, Britney Spears released her book.
Oh yeah, some people in the comments said that was the thing. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. How much of it is because of his music not hitting, and how much of it is extracurricular activities?
It's both.
career full of hits like Cry Me a River and Sexy Back, with his blend of R&B, pop, and soul, has solidified his status as one of the biggest pop stars of all time. After a 6-year hiatus, following the lukewarm reception of Man of the Woods, he returned with his 6th studio album, Everything I Thought I Was, released on March 15, 2024. The album debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200.
That's not bad at all, number 4.
Because it's Justin. Everyone gonna listen to it because it's Justin.
Well, it was J-Lo, but she did like, what, 30-something or whatever.
67,000 album committed units in the first week, his lowest opening week to date. The lead single, Selfish, peaked at number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100, showing a decline in his once dominant presence on the charts. He also faced personal turmoil, including an arrest for suspected drink driving, which reportedly strained his marriage to Jessica Biel. These incidents have affected his public perception and his relevance in the
love Jessica Biel. That's the thing too.
Music landscape. His long-awaited comeback was a failure.
I mean, that's not fair. Her parents have medical issues.
I don't know nothing about. I didn't even know she dropped out there.
Normani. In 2024, Normani released her long-awaited debut solo album, Dopamine. Despite high expectations, the album's performance was underwhelming. She first embarked on a solo career, releasing singles like Motivation in 2019 and Wildside featuring Cardi B in 2021. These songs showcased her potential as a solo artist and built anticipation for a full-length project. However, the extended gap between these singles and the album's release on June 14, 2024 may have contributed to a loss of momentum. Dopamine debuted at a disappointing number 91 on the Billboard 200, moving only 12,000 album committed units in the first week. This was a significant letdown for an artist of Normani's talent. The album was solid, but it seems like she has missed her moment. From the height of the Normani.
But I don't think she's like all that though. What popular song does she have?
She came from a popular group.
I know, but what popular song does she have solo?
Motivation.
What song? What is it like?
It's an old song.
Because the only Motivation I know is the
Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland, yeah. I don't think she's all that. That's why it's like, to me it's like.
Any hype around 2019, this was a failed comeback, serving as a cautionary tale for artists to just strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah. Because I feel like Tyler's taking her spot.
And I'm here in the North Pole to remind you the holidays.
Let's agree with that. Yeah, I think her comeback was pretty good. I felt it was a solid comeback.
And she was in a good amount of controversy this year to keep everyone wanting to know what her lyrics meant.
I guess, to be fair, if we're basing it on pure numbers, maybe it was a flop because we didn't really see it on Billboard at all, not one song. So, because, looking at her like history, discography, Senorita, Havana, those are hits. This album didn't really have like a hit like that. Like, it was a good album. Like, we listened to the songs are good, but it didn't resonate with the public in terms of streams. So I guess you could consider it a flop, though.
Camila Cabello first gained fame as a member of Fifth Harmony and launched a successful solo career with hits like Havana and Senorita. Her debut album, Camila, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, showing her potential as a solo artist. In 2024, she released her fourth studio album, XOXO, on June 28th, marking her first project under Geffen Records. After departing from Epic, the album attempted to capitalize on the underground hyperpop wave, featuring collaborations with artists like Playboi Carti and 2 songs with Drake, just coming off a loss. However, the singles I Love It, which peaked at number 81, and Hot Uptown failed to make a significant impact. The album debuted at number 13 on the Billboard
81?
I love
thought it would
I
be
love higher. Yeah.
Wow, that
to me, that was the popular song.
Yeah, that was the 81, and yeah.
200, earning 36,000 album committed.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers showed was a flop, we can't really debate numbers.
Becoming her first album to miss the top 10. Despite the initial commercial disappointment, some listeners have begun to appreciate the album's experimental nature, suggesting it may gain a cult following over time. But commercially,
I think so,
it was a flop.
Yeah.
Katy Perry. Katy Perry, once a dominant force in pop music, with chart-topping hits like Teenage Dream and Roar, attempted a significant comeback in 2024 with her 7th studio album, 143. Released on September 20, the album was intended to be a high-energy dance record filled with joy and light. The lead single, Woman's Word, released on July 11, 2024, aimed to be an empowering anthem, but was met with a lot of criticism. Many found the song lacking in genuine passion or authenticity. The controversy was further fueled by her collaboration with Dr. Luke, who faced serious allegations of sexual misconduct by Kesha, and she didn't respond to that well. The album's reception highlighted the challenges Katy faced in connecting with her.
I mean, this song for me was okay, but it was okay, but I didn't have a problem with it. It was, interesting music video. But the other song she came out, the one, the Ibiza song, okay, that was, I don't know what that is.
Audience that has evolved. Since her peak in the early 2010s, she was seen as out of touch, and everything she did only added to the album's struggles. She has struggled to fit in today's pop climate, but she is still a legend, which is evident when you look at her VMA performance this year. Childish Gambino. Donald Glover, known musically as Childish Gambino, releases
he flopped. Did he drop? Because we don't even know he dropped, so it was definitely a flop.
final album under that name, Milestone in the New World, on July 19, 2024. The album served as a soundtrack to the film by the same name and was intended to be a culmination of his musical journey. Despite the ambitious project and his established reputation, the album received mixed reviews. Commercially, its performance was underwhelming, failing to make a significant impact. It debuted at number 16 on the Billboard 200, selling 36,000 copies in the first week. Coming off his Grammy-winning This Is America and the mysterious Speed 1520, it was disappointing, considering it was the end of the Childish Gambino era, which qualifies it as a failed comeback. Despite all that, the album has been nominated for Best Progressive R&B Album at the 2025 Grammys.
Oh, I guess.
Khalid, known for hits like Location and Talk, is one of the most streamed artists of all time. After taking some time off, he released his third studio album, Sincere, on August 2, 2024. The album marked his return after a 5-year hiatus. Since his sophomore LP, Free Spirits, Sincere featured collaborations with artists like Arlo Parks and was characterized by its lush harmonies. Despite the anticipation, the album only managed to debut in the top 10 of the Billboard Top R&B Albums chart and did not achieve the commercial success of his earlier work, selling 17,000 units in the first week. It was disappointing, considering his last album sold 202,000 units in the first week. In November 2024, Khalid publicly came out as gay, expressing pride in his sexuality and emphasizing that it was never meant to be hidden. But fans didn't really know that. But it was met with widespread support from the music community. But it didn't help the album gain traction. It was a failed comeback. Nelly Furtado.
Yeah, Nelly's was kind of flop. I think we reacted to a song or something. It was.
Nelly Furtado dominated the 2000s with hits like I'm Like a Bird and Promiscuous. This year, she returned after a 7-year hiatus with her 7th studio album, 7, on September 20, 2024. The album marked her first full-length project since 2017, aiming to re-establish her presence in pop music. She took time off to focus on family. Despite her impressive career sales of 45 million records worldwide, 7 struggled to make a significant impact. It failed to debut on the Billboard 200, managing to chart at number 37 on the UK album download chart. Critics gave it mixed reviews, with some praising her return, but others noting a lack of innovation. Compared to her earlier work, the album had more of a dance and Latin flavor, but it didn't manage to spawn any hits, which made it a failed comeback. Mary J. Blige.
I remember she did drop something.
We reacted to a couple of her new songs. Not bad songs, but I didn't go back to listening to it after reaction, so I guess.
Mary J. Blige, often hailed as the queen of hip-hop and soul, released her latest album, Gratitude, in November 2024. Despite her legendary status, in a career spanning over 3 decades, the album failed to chart on the Billboard 200, a first in her illustrious career. It was a follow-up to her 2022 album, Good Morning Gorgeous, which was nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys, following her Super Bowl performance. While Gratitude showcased Mary's signature vocals and was praised for its production, it didn't really move the needle. Mary is juggling her successful acting career with finding the time to drop new music. The album fared slightly better in the UK, debuting at number 10 on the UK R&B albums, but overall, it had a lackluster performance, making it a failed comeback.
Yeah.
Shawn Mendes. In 2024, Canadian singer-songwriter Shawn Mendes wanted to re-establish his presence in the music industry with the release of his 5th studio album, Shawn. He dominated the 2010s, becoming one of the most streamed artists of the decade. Following the hiatus to focus on his mental health, which included canceling his 2022 Wonder the World tour, he returned to the studio to craft a more introspective and stripped-back album. The album was officially announced on July 31, 2024, with its release initially slated for October, but later postponed to November 15. It was preceded by singles like YYY and Isn't That Enough, showcasing his pivot towards a folk-inspired sound. The album debuted with only 24,000 album-equivalent units sold in its first week. This performance marked a significant decline compared to his previous albums, which had consistently debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. This was the first time he did it, with the album debuting at number 26. It also had mixed reactions from critics, as the album fell short of expectations. Shawn Mendes' 2024 comeback chose the challenges artists face when attempting to
it was boring as fuck.
Invent themselves in a competitive and ever-changing music industry. His attempt to come back to the top of the charts failed.
You know, I think his album is similar to Rosé's, I would compare, in the sense that personal story. So you probably like want to listen once, hear it, and after that you don't come back again. Because I feel similarly with Rosé's too. You want to listen to hear it, but it doesn't really call you back.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.